Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act New York edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, investing in our future, learn to read and write Hebrew, daily mental health coaching and support, stunning fine jewelry designs, plus lots more. Today on The Balancing Act.
Up first, a story not to be missed.
Employment opportunities provide individuals with a source of income, allowing them to improve their standard of living and invest in their future. Policymakers and businesses often focus on strategies to encourage job growth to achieve these economic and social objectives. In 1990, Congress created the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program to stimulate the U.S. economy.
The EB-5 visa program is the immigration by investment program operated by the United States. This is for successful entrepreneurs, business people who want to come to the United States on a permanent basis and add and contribute to the U.S. economy. And it's available to anyone from any country in the world. We have very strict but simple objective. Find quality projects, quality sponsors, be very upfront and transparent with our investors. They understand that they are here for their immigration, but they want to preserve their capital. We find them projects that will create the jobs that they need for their program requirement and make sure that their capital will return at the end of their investment term. The EB-5 visa is a category that benefits the entire family. It includes the petitioner, the spouse, any children under the age of 21, and really allows them to work here, live here, go to school here, and establish residency here, not just for themselves, but for future generations.
The EB-5 program has attracted billions in capital investment from across the globe to support American businesses, creating hundreds of thousands of job opportunities for U.S. workers. Over the past 20 years, CanAm's projects have created over 100,000 U.S. jobs, stimulating the U.S. economy as they transform cities across the country.
This is an economic stimulus vehicle. So what we have is projects that we are able to structure that create jobs as a part of it and continue to create jobs down the line for the economy in the form of people who are getting new jobs, the hotels, the office buildings, the infrastructure projects that are done that are able to continue to add economic stimulus down the line. These are entrepreneurs, these are business owners, these are C-suite level people who are coming and starting their own businesses here when they come to the United States, employing people and adding to the economy. And it's really a win-win for everyone involved and something that comes at no cost to the U.S. taxpayer. There is a long process that people go through of the government making sure that they're overseeing the sources of funds that people are using for this investment. They are all coming from legal sources, and these people are making sure they're meeting many, many steps before going along in making this at-risk investment. When done right, an EB-5 project will not only get these investors their full immigration status, but also their repayment of funds.
CanAm Enterprises identifies investment projects for qualified foreign investors to meet their immigration and investment goals and create program-eligible jobs for U.S. workers at no cost to taxpayers.
CanAm's job is to find qualifying projects that will meet the program requirements and be as transparent as possible to our prospective investors about what they're investing in. This means being transparent about the risks in that project, the due diligence that we've done to make sure that we've mitigated those risks as much as possible, to make sure that there's more than enough jobs that will be created to meet their job requirements, to make sure that there is a exit plan so that their capital can be repaid at the end of that term. There's a lot of trust placed in us when they choose to work with us, and we take that responsibility very seriously.
Putting clients first while providing transparency and trust is how CanAm Enterprises has been a leader in the immigration investment industry for over 35 years.
Our investor relations team has a combined experience of over 2 decades and has worked with hundreds of families to take them through their immigration journey. If you are here lawfully on another type of visa, you can now concurrently file for an EB-5 visa and gain the benefits of a green card, which include being able to work for any employer without having to be sponsored by that employer, and to be able to gain a travel permit so that you can freely travel anywhere within the United States and outside of the United States.
We understand that making an EB-5 investment is an incredibly important decision. What we really want is to be able to deliver to each of our investors the commitment we make when we first meet them, which is to get them through, get them their green card, and return their capital at the end of the day. It's a very simple formula, but it's one we take very seriously to execute.
To learn more about CanAm Enterprises, visit the website at canamenterprises.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Whether you're a child or an adult, it's never too late to learn something new. Check this out.
Learning another language offers a myriad of benefits. It allows you to expand your horizons and enrich your mind, while also helping you to understand the culture it represents. This cultural insight promotes empathy, tolerance, and a more global perspective.
The benefit to learning Hebrew is that it opens up the world of learning the Bible. I've had many non-Hebrew speaking families, homeschooling mothers, who want their children to be able to read the Bible in Hebrew. It's a totally different experience. Or to read prayers in Hebrew, whether you're Jewish or non-Jewish, or about learning the language for visiting Israel. We really wanted to empower both teachers and children with learning the letters well, building their accuracy, and giving them reading strategies and reading tools so that they would, let's say in the context of synagogue, be able to read the prayers as they grew bigger. And from there, if adults want to learn to read Hebrew, same system, same method, same issues, they could go on to modern Hebrew, biblical Hebrew, conversational Hebrew, anything that they want to do.
Funny and captivating, Sarah and David's Read Hebrew Now is a comprehensive program designed to make Hebrew exciting and learning to read Hebrew a rewarding experience for students.
The goal of the program is success with reading Hebrew. It should be fun, it should be memorable and easy to succeed at because of the look of the materials and the variety of strategies that a teacher can use. And it's reinforcing from year to year, from book to book. So it's really very flexible as well. Let's say you leave it even for a year. Whatever you've learned prior, you can just pick up and keep going with. We worked backwards from bar mitzvah, meaning children had been in school for a number of years and were at that critical moment where they had to be able to read and be articulate and be successful and confident, and they were still making the same mistakes, forgetting, reading phonetically instead of smoothly. So right from first grade, even kindergarten, they learn the letters and remember. What do I need to know about the letter Dalet? What do I need to know about Hey? What are the letter features? So that was one thing. First of all, making this whole letter learning so big and so detailed and so colorful that they're going to know those letters forever. And then taking all of that into the reading acquisition phase, how to put it together.
Working alongside family can inspire you to be your best.
My mom and I created this system 20 years ago. And I believe that in life there are special moments in time that present different possibilities. My mom and I captured one of those special moments, and I'm very proud of what we were able to produce. I really enjoyed the work around bar mitzvah. I understood the struggle that so many kids and families go through to get ready. And I saw that the work I was doing around bar mitzvah was really making a difference and really making the process work. And I felt that we could create a tool that was really useful, maybe better than what was out there, and just really support the whole process. So instead of learning to read Hebrew and bar mitzvah being a little bit more pain and suffering, it was possible and something people felt really proud of.
Whimsical stories and colorful pictures are all designed to trigger questions and create discussion.
I I am specifically using the Sarah and David primer, which is basically a good introduction for all the letters and vowels that you need to learn Hebrew. It's very methodical, it's whimsical, it's fun. By the time you're done, you should have a really good grasp of being able to read Hebrew, and it's also very flexible. Read Hebrew Now helps me make the first step and gets me through it very, very quickly and efficiently.
The Read Hebrew Now program is a really fun program. It has some really great audio with it that goes along with the book. It has an app. A lot of the kids like to, have mom and dad's phone and be on an app and learn that way. It just makes learning for them a lot more fun and a lot easier for us, because a lot of us as parents are learning right along with our kids. Some of our families are Jewish, some of our families are not Jewish, but wanted to be able to learn Hebrew so that they could better understand when they go to synagogue or their congregation. And so we all meet together, we celebrate the biblical Hebrew feasts, and one of the subjects that we study is Hebrew.
Sarah and David is really a method. It applies to any age. It's good for 5 to 95, as we say on one of our books. So it's not age specific at all. It's just that a younger student will spend more time on letters. An older student, starting even from 3rd grade, will move through more quickly. It's a unified, unitary kind of a method for any age. Hebrew as a language is cultural in many directions, and underneath that, we wanted to offer the beginner the key to get in easily, quickly, efficiently, have a good time with it with regard to reading, with regard to learning to read. Not to suffer, it's not hard, it's fun, and you need it.
To learn more about Sarah and David, visit the website at readhebrewnow.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
It can be hard to ask for help when experiencing tough times, but as our next story shows, reaching out can make a huge difference.
Being a young adult is hard. It's important to recognize the significance of mental health support for teens and the positive impact it can have on their well-being. Introducing the modern way to get help, overcome adversity, and become the best version of yourself.
I founded MindRight because I saw a huge opportunity for us to better serve the mental health needs of young people. My previous background, I worked in education at a high school, and I saw how there was so much need for youth to feel better supported, really seen and heard. And so I wanted to create a solution that really meets young people where they are and offers mental health support in a way that is destigmatized, that is fun, that is personalized. So at MindRight, that's why we're transforming the form into a healing tool by offering this mental health coaching over a text message. Our coaching services feel like you're talking to a friend or an older sibling or a mentor. Someone can really coach you through what's happening in your life without you feeling like you're being stigmatized. Unlike a hotline or a text line where you call in and you're in crisis and you're talking to a stranger who you've never met before, you'll likely never speak to them again. With MindRight, we are building rapport with you, and we are texting you every single day. And it's also proactive. So once you sign up for MindRight, you choose the times you want to talk to us, and then every single day after that, our coaches proactively text you first, checking in good days and bad. MindRight is not only about crisis, because we know just as important as it is to get help when you go through something difficult, there's so many young people who don't have their people there to celebrate their positive moments in their lives as well. So that's why we text people 7 days a week, good or bad.
MindRight is a network of coaches who offer guidance via text that can help you navigate the challenges you face every day.
To create a safe and supportive environment for young people, I think we really draw from our coaching principles. And our coaching principles are how we always approach a conversation, regardless of what the member is talking about in the conversation. One principle is authenticity, right? We are not robots, we are real people. We talk like real people. We have strengths-based collaboration where we acknowledge that our members have a voice and a choice, and we don't enforce any power dynamics and work together with them. Our coaches receive over 25 hours of training, and it's a mixture of live content as well as a lot of role playing. But what is also unique is that all of our coaching sessions are supervised by live clinicians. So they're constantly getting their skill set being developed, as well as making sure that they are adapting their support to the different needs that members present.
User-friendly, convenient, and responsive. All you need is a cell phone.
All you have to do is sign up for a membership on our website, and through the enrollment process, you will choose what times of day you want to speak to your personal team of MindRight coaches.
MindRight is a judgment-free place for growth, healing, and hope.
MindRight has helped me to overcome several challenges. I do love that I can text them. It is not a face-to-face, so I don't feel the hassle of someone bearing down on me. Having different mentors allows me to feel comfortable talking to different people about different situations, and I've just found it to be very, very helpful for me.
We want to make MindRight accessible to every youth in need. We believe access to mental health support is a basic human right, and we're here to make that a reality for every young person.
To learn more about MindRight Health, visit the website at mindright.io/thebalancing-act or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Coming up next, tips you don't want to miss.
There's a unique charm and authenticity associated with family-owned jewelry stores. Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham is a fourth-generation family business that will take the time to get to know you and educate you on how to select the perfect piece of jewelry for yourself or your loved one.
Growing up in the store was such a passion for me. It was the joy of my life. My grandfather started in 1917, and then my father was with him. When he came to Pelham, that's when I stepped in. I have two daughters. When the girls joined us, it was all natural, all from the heart. The jewelry industry has always been a competitive field, but we have such a personal touch here. When the girls joined, we decided to do a full renovation to make it more modern.
Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham is about thoughtful choices, attention to detail, and expert help in selecting pieces that align with your personality and budget.
Our grandfather Bob brought the retail side of it to Gravinese in 1964 by opening this retail store, and our mother took all of that to a new level. GIA stands for Gemological Institute of America, and they certify stones and also provide education. It's important to us that the customer really understands what they're purchasing. I go through the 4 C's on diamonds, which is the carat weight, the cut, the color, and the clarity. It's important for the customer to know that they can trust us because we've been here for so long and will be here for so much longer. There are various values that we place on jewelry. The values of that are very different depending on what the appraisal is actually for. We're really here for our clients anytime, anywhere we are, no matter what we're doing.
We have a full-time jeweler in our store. We can accommodate anyone with any budget. When clients come in, we want them to feel extremely comfortable working with us. We have an extensive inventory in store. We'll work with them to figure out what they're looking for, and we will work within their budget. We love getting to know people and their families. A lot of what we do is redesign, so turning old sentimental jewelry into something a little bit more modernized. A very popular trend for us right now is setting stones asymmetrically. One of my favorite pieces would be a diamond by the yard necklace. Every day something beautiful happens in our store, whether we're crying with our customers or laughing. It really is such a special feeling.
Educated, experienced, and passionate. For the family members of Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham, it has been personal from day one.
I've been a jeweler since I was 8 years old, and we've had this store now since 1964. I said to my wife, I'm gonna take a chance, and I'm gonna open up a store near home because I want the family to be close to me, and that's exactly what happened. One of the best things I can remember is when my daughter came in to work here. She was unbelievable. That made me so proud, and now I'm equally proud with my granddaughters.
This is not just a business to us. We get so close to so many people through this business. We're also involved in the community by donating pieces of jewelry for fundraising events. I have 2 children, and my son James was born with a skin condition called epidermolytic ichthyosis. There is a foundation called FIRST that has been very supportive to us. Recently, I joined a half marathon and raised money to support this group. We are also looking into expanding further our customer base through social media and also online through e-commerce.
To learn more about La Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham, visit the website at lagravinesjewelers.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Every child deserves the best education possible. Take a look at this.
The early years of a child's life are crucial for their overall development, and the quality of childcare plays a significant role in shaping their future. Let's learn more with Alvey's Education Never End Programs Incorporated.
I'm a mother of 4 beautiful daughters, an educator for 29 years, and a director, CEO for 9 years at Alvey's Education Never End Programs, Inc. What motivated me to open up Alvey's Education is the fact that there wasn't a childcare center that existed like this one. A before care, an after care, summer camp that lasts from the time school is out until the time school begins. It just didn't exist. And there's a need that was out there, so I said I needed to fill that need. The community came together to help Alvey's when I was a teacher in Roselle, and when I was no longer a teacher, they became my reference. They became a resource. And any parent that needed a before care or after care or summer camp, the schools started referring them to me. And the community really came around and supported me, and I thank them for that. The fact that I'm a parent first makes me a better director because I can relate to children. I had a special needs daughter, my first daughter. So any parent that comes in with a special needs child, I have that extra empathy. I have that extra love. So I think being a parent is key to being a director of a childcare center.
Compassionate childcare extends beyond physical care to stimulate a child's cognitive development.
In our preschool program, we service ages 2.5 to 4. Our 2- and 3-year-old babies upstairs, yes, they do learn. Our 4-year-old class is absolutely spectacular. We're getting them ready for kindergarten. Some of the activities that I do with the little kids is we do a lot of trips. One trip that we always have to do for Halloween is visit our mayor. And he can't wait for Alvey's Education kids to come. He has the candies waiting. He parades us through the Linden municipality. And he has pride because he says we're one of the only childcare centers that think about him on Halloween. And we take pictures in the front of City Hall, and he just spoils us. So thank you, Mayor Armstead. For our after-school program, we have various things that we do. We do provide transportation. We pick the children up from school. As soon as they get to the building, we have what we call meet, greet, and eat. So we have a healthy snack waiting for the children. Right after their snack, we put on our jazz music, and it's homework time. Each teacher would make sure that homework is done, and they'll initial it on the bottom, making sure that everything on that page was correct. After homework, we have a healthy, homemade cooked dinner for each child that's here. And then after that, the children start going home. Our after-school program is from 3 o'clock to 7 p.m. Our summer camp program is the bomb. Number 1, as soon as school is out is when we begin. The minute the school opens in September is when we end. So we go from beginning to end. And every week we have 2 major trips. We have our splash park trips in various different splash park areas. And then we have major trips, great adventures, urban air trampoline, roller skating, bowling. We go everywhere. We paint the town green. Young Writers Workshop. People think that writing is school, especially the students. With me, I teach them that journaling is life. When you can journal, you get a lot of things out of your heart, and it's a lot of things that you can reflect back and remember. Things that you write, you can learn from. So writing is essential. It's not school, it's life. One program that I created that I enjoy the most is my HBCU college tours. Most people do college tours when the building is empty, when the campus is empty. Not me. I do my college tours during the homecoming football season, because if I'm not having fun, the kids are not gonna have fun. So we go to the football games, then we walk the yard, we see all the fraternities and sororities. Then when the parties and the boom boxes come out and the kids get all excited, excited and I see the light in their eyes that say, I want to go to this college, that's when I say, it's time for us to go. Guys, did you enjoy the tour? I want to go to this college. My job is done. So that's one of the programs that I created, the HBCU college tours, that I love the most.
I am a teacher here at Alvey's Education. And basically, I work with all the children here at Alvey's Education. I help read to the children. I help the children develop with games and play. We have fun together. We go outside, we go for walks. We do a lot of different things here at Alvey's. And one of the programs that we have is a scholarship program that Ms. Wimbush actually gives back to the community. She works the high school students come into our center and they act as interns and they assist the classroom teachers. And I think that's one of the greatest things, is giving back to the community. She always gives back to the community. Not only has she changed and enhanced my life, she's enhanced the life of other people that she's come in contact with as well.
The positive impact of a caring and empathetic environment during the early years can shape a child's entire future.
I was going through a very hard moment trying to find childcare. Every place I called, they did have spots, but when I mentioned special needs, my son is autistic, they will tell me that no, we cannot take him. You have to look for special programs. Alvey's is amazing. My experience here is awesome. My son loves it here. When I pick him up, he's always so happy and he cannot leave without his hugs. He has to hug everyone here. He feels so loved and I see a lot of improvement in him. And I always tell Miss Wimbush she's our angel. And I'm so blessed to have her in my life.
Miss Wimbush was my 6th grade English teacher in middle school. And after I moved on and wanted to look for colleges to attend, I reached back out, and luckily for me, she was doing HBCU tours, which was perfect. Miss Wimbush definitely played a huge part in my decision to go to HBCU. I'm incredibly thankful that she did that because I love Morgan State University until the end, and now I recruit people to go to Morgan State University. So she played a huge role in that decision. I would say Miss Wimbush's best quality is her heart. It's huge. She will help you in any way possible, and if she can't, she's still gonna help you. So there's no getting around, I can't do it with Miss Wimbush. You can do it.
My daughter, D'Angela Destiny Wimbush, she was born with cognitive impair, developmental delay, and from growing up, she's always been in school one-on-one with her teachers. Now D'Angela's a proud graduate from Abraham Clark High School in Roselle, and she's now writing a book entitled Mommy, Am I Special? And D'Angela's pushing a movement. Her initials are DDW, D'Angela Destiny Wimbush, and she's pushing a movement for Developmental Delay Week because they don't speak enough about DDW. And we're going to use Dee Dee's initials, DDW, to push a movement on Developmental Delay Week. If you feel different and you feel unique, it's a gift. Don't try to fit in with the crowd. Be who you are. Plan forward. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So always have a plan on where you want your life to go, and sky's the limit.
To learn more about Alvey's Education Never End programs, visit the website at alveyseducationprograms.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.